Hi guys, Harry Sunday here, letting you know that there's a apparel company that supports the game that you love. It's called thereisonlyonefootball.com, guys. They've got all sorts of stuff, from caps, t-shirts, water bottles, all sorts of accessories, even for your mobile phone. All that sporting stuff you can wear anywhere you want to wear it, guys. That's right. And don't forget the website it's on, therisonlyonefootball.com.
There is only one football!
To show you what's happening
Yes.
right here, right now in the studio, because we've got this beautiful shirts that we're showing with Frothy right now, guys. Frothy's back with me. Frothy, what's happening with these shirts, mate? Can you tell me what's happening right now?
Shut up, let me talk.
Oh,
Now,
bloody
listen,
hell, mate.
We have these great tops here.
Yes.
Now, it's a bit of a 2-minute show tonight, I believe. So
Yes.
we're back in town, but we'll be
We are.
officially back in town
That's
on
right,
Monday
yep,
with
yep,
some
yep,
major announcements and start again. Announcements.
Yes.
Can you spell announcements? Can you?
Announcements.
Can you spell that?
I can't spell
Well,
it all.
leave it for next time. Now, let's go through the tops. Now,
That's
these
right. Yep,
tops,
yep.
well, if you were born 400 years ago, you'd know about these tops. So we've got the great St George here, I believe.
No, it's Brisbane Lions,
Sorry
mate.
about that. That's Brisbane Lions there.
Brizzy Lions, mate.
And we got South Melbourne Hellas there.
No, Fitzroy United, you're
Sorry
telling me,
about
mate.
that.
Fitzroy United.
This one's Intermonaro, is it?
Into Monaro.
No, that's St George, Budapest.
St.
apparently.
George, yes, the Hungarians,
and,
the Hungarians,
and over
mate.
to my right, which is your right as well. Are we still
Yes.
on?
We're still on,
We're
of course,
on?
we're still on,
Well,
mate.
over
Yes.
here, we've got the great Sydney Olympic. And I know the cat has probably ordered a couple of
Oh,
those.
he's got a couple of hundred, mate.
Well, I'll tell you why he's ordered a couple. I had a chat with Peter Raskopoulos during the week.
Oh, he hates his guts.
And he said to me, Peter Catholos, a cat, has ordered 2 because his gut's so bloody big, he needs 2 jumpers to make
Really?
one. So, well, look, that's only a joke. Cat.
Oh, my God, mate.
Well, look, also, Canberra, what's this? Canberra City.
Canberra City. You know who coached them?
Yes.
In 1977?
Frank Garrock, wasn't
Johnny
it?
Warren.
Johnny Warren.
We're laughing, mate, everywhere.
I told you so, Johnny Warren said. I doubt we sell many because how many supporters did they have? That's beside the point. Also, we got Hokoa up there.
That's
great,
right, of course.
Brazilian heritage, are they?
Brasilia. Well, yeah, a lot of them escaped to Brazil.
We'll leave it at that. And the great Marconi.
Marconi.
And let's go through them. Great quality.
Of course.
They fit nicely. They are cheap. You know what? They're too bloody cheap.
$75.
$75 is not even $80.
Plus postage and handling.
Plus postage and handling, and our great friend with David Ben and
Yes.
Arrow Sport.
Arrow Sport together. There is only, and then guys, you can buy them on. There's only
Well,
one
you keep
football.
going. I'll play the great South Melbourne tune.
There is only one football. Where you can get it from? There is only one
There's only one
football.com
football,
in
yes, sir.
conjunction with Arrow Sport. You can also buy fantastic
Yes,
kits for your teams as well
yes.
at Arrow Sport, and they're working together to bring you these fantastic
Yes, they are,
1977
Are we still on?
Phillips
Check 1,
League.
2.
Of course,
Check-
you're bloody
Sorry
on,
about
Frothy.
that. Yep.
And of course, guys, 1977.
Yes,
These shirts are fantastic. You've got the other ones at $150, which are the
Well,
rigid jigs,
yes,
$150,
but,
and then you've got the sublimated ones
yes.
at $75, guys. So yes.
Yes. And can I just say, I
Yes.
suppose it's not appropriate to say this, but my team had a win on the weekend.
Yes, they did.
Well, not the weekend, a couple of days ago. So they're flying, and I tell you what, it's pretty much it. Now we're going to sing a song just to.
Well, I
finish
can't. We can't
short
actually.
show tonight.
We can't actually sing a song tonight
No,
because
well,
we're just
doesn't
doing
matter.
we're just doing the show tonight.
Well,
that's
we're
all.
just advertising the jumpers here.
That's
and,
right, guys. But where do you get them from? There is only one football.
That's the one there.
.com.
And,
So, guys, thank you, guys. Get these fantastic shirts right now because you will never find them. Good night, guys. Thank you for joining us. See you in a couple of days' time. Thanks, guys. Get on Arrow Sport.
Monday,
Arrow Sport. There's only
We'll
football.com.
probably have Paul Wade on
Thank you,
Monday,
guys. See you. Bye-bye.
There's
Thank
going to
you.
be someone we're going to have.
That's it. Yes, guys. We're back. Zoran, we're back. We're on.
Hold on for a second. Harry's going to sing his song.
Oh, yes,
Get you
guys.
2 seconds.
It's all party time today on Football List, guys. A little bit of a glitch, but we got there. Thank you, guys. Here we go. Feel the rhythm, guys. Here we go. Hey, hey. Hup. Check it out. Hup, hup. Feel the rhythm. You can sing along, Zoran, if you like. Hup, hup. Check it out, the rhythm, guys. Feel it.
Let's
Hup.
get loud. Let's get loud.
Oh, yes, guys. Feel the rhythm right there. Hup. The cup of life. This is the one.
This is the one.
Now is the time.
Now is the time.
Don't never stop.
We'll never stop.
We shouldn't know.
We should've known.
Gotta be strong.
Ever me. What do
We
you
shouldn't
reckon?
know.
Well, I'm this
Right
guy,
from the
There's no
top.
way to
And
win.
when you feel
George
the heat,
Katsakis.
the world is at
Katsakis,
your
right?
feet.
He.
No one can hold you
want
back
George
if you really
Katsakis
want
know
it.
who I am tonight.
I
And
see
you know
it
that.
in your eyes. You
Well,
want the cup
The
of
cup of
life.
life.
Now today's here, you're gonna get it. Do you really want it?
She bang.
Tell me. Hey. Here we go. Ali, Ali, Ali.
Olé,
Go,
olé,
go,
olé.
go.
All right, shut
Ali,
up. Cut the
Ali,
music.
Ali.
Let's get on with this
Tonight's
show. I've
the
got
night.
questions.
We're gonna
I've got
celebrate.
analysis. We're going to talk
We are the
Socceroos,
people.
we're gonna
We are the
talk
passion.
Socceroos,
We
we're
are the
gonna talk
history.
Matildas,
We are the history
we're gonna
from the
talk about
NSL.
young lady
The
and
remnants of the
Wait,
cell. NSL. And boy, we have risen from the ashes and we are still here. Frothy. It's our way, the highway, Frothy.
And I've
It's
got
our
it,
way, the highway,
and,
Frothy.
Now listen.
We are stuffed.
Well, look. First of all, let me just say.
Get out of here, you
Now,
mug.
sorry,
Shoot the bastard.
the
Shoot
bloody
him.
crow.
I got him. Hopefully got him. We've got to get rid of him. I've got to get some I've got to get some crow spray.
You've got to get some crow spray, but I'll tell you. But now
course.
listen, have I got news? Now, first of all, I'm in
Yes,
disguise
yes.
tonight. That
I see
means,
what's got. You're a warrior.
That means no one knows who I am.
Yes,
now,
I get
the
you.
reason why I went, I went along and saw this team here, the one you're wearing there,
The Warriors of
and
Soccer.
the great South Melbourne Hellas, which
Yes,
is
yes,
up
yes,
here
yes.
somewhere.
Yes, of course,
And
yes.
I tangled with the South Melbourne cheer squad.
They're nice people, aren't
And
they?
they are very nice people, and Mr. NPL was there. Now, what happened was I was singing along with it,
Yes,
and
yes,
there was
yes.
a few things I was saying about our good mate George Katsakis
They
FC.
shouldn't talk about that about George. You know what I mean? It's
And
not very
George
nice.
turned
It's
around
not very nice,
and
mate.
he recognised me in the cheer
yes.
squad there, Harry.
Yes.
And he said to me, when he sees me, he's going to get me. So I figured tonight I'll just...
He saw
put
you,
on
did he?
Well, he did see me.
Some protection.
Yeah, so I've got some protection on tonight. And, well, you could say I'm a warrior tonight.
The Warrior, Heidelberg Warriors.
But better still. I'll tell you something. There's a...
Alexandros.
Yes, that's the one there.
Alexandros.
Well, I'll tell you something.
I've got it, boys. I've got the Alexandros stuff off, mate.
Now-
I got stuff off.
now,
I should
can
hit
you-
him.
can
I
you
should
see-
hit him. I'm going to hit him.
Now, shut up. Let me talk. Now, listen, do you see that cut along there?
Yeah, I see it, yes.
Now, what happened today,
I get you.
I was at work and I walked into a tow bar, and I'm not going to tell you where I work because I'm not allowed to say that.
I get you.
And I did fall over, and there was a lovely
Feel it, man.
young lady there.
Feel it. Yes, yes, yes.
There was a lovely young lady there. She assisted me to get up.
Yes.
And I
She
tell you what.
got. You mean she got you up? Did you get it up? You got it up. I get you.
Well, she helped me get up, I suppose.
Something else got
well,
up
that
too.
that could mean a lot of things.
That's right. Yes.
So the first thing I noticed, I noticed she had orange nail polish on.
Really, we got a guy waiting for us right
And
now.
he can wait on. We got 2 hours. It was a 2-hour show tonight, apparently.
No, we don't.
We'll make it an hour and a half.
Data.
So I noticed her orange nail polish.
Yes,
So,
yes.
well, obviously that brought a tear to my eye because
I
it's
get you.
my
get you.
late wife's favourite colour.
Yes.
And anyway, we started to have a chat here and there. Now, I'll tell you what, let me just add to this. Now, move over Beyonce, move over Rita
God.
Ora, move over Cindy Crawford, Marilyn Monroe, move over all these good-looking women, and even the Queen, she can move over.
Yes,
Because
yes.
I'll tell you what, this lady here, I tell you what, it was...
Yes.
I felt like getting a number, and I've got
God,
a name.
help us.
Her name is Anna. She didn't give me a
Anna.
surname.
Okay, that's fine.
But I tell you what, I've seen today. I saw something that is much better looking than Beyonce.
We better hurry up, man.
Well, look, let's get on with the show. So
We right
I
going,
made
guys.
a friend today.
We are
How's that?
talking about a gentleman here who's
Let's
played
go.
in a couple
I'm
of
gonna
countries, I
crack
think.
open me beer.
Mr. Zoran Adelaide, how are you, sir?
That's an Ivan Kalic, is it?
Are you there, Zoran?
Yeah, I'm here.
Welcome to Football. It's the craziest football show in the world. And, of course, Zoran, they see us in America and in England as well. How's that? We got followers there as well. There you go.
Yes, and Madagascar. They watch us there as well.
So how do you feel today coming on this show?
Fantastic. I mean, it's a world game, so I guess we're going to be heard all over the world.
Yes,
And we do, yes, they do. As I said, in the United States and also in England as well. Well, mother country.
Look, I've just had news on an email. Apparently, the Queen's not doing well, Harry.
I know that.
And they said this morning actually that she's on light duties.
I need to be
now.
Queen.
Seriously, what does a Queen do for a job? Now let's talk about the Queen.
I'm the next in line, by the way.
You're the next in line. No,
now,
King Harry.
Zoran, we have now you've been around. You've played in another country as well. Is that right? We'll just start with that.
Yes.
Yeah, well, during my playing career, I played about 4 seasons in Serbia. So
my God,
I did play overseas.
Now we're going to start right now. That's enough, Frothy. Don't worry about that team.
Well, that's a great team.
Now, Zoran, you did play for Socceroos in some type of way. Of course,
absolutely.
You did. Doesn't matter whether it's junior, you're still a Socceroo, whatever it is.
Still represented his country.
Where did you start? Now, you're from Sydney originally. You were born in Sydney. Is that right? Or were you born overseas?
Yep.
No. I was born in a small town in the middle of Serbia. I came here when I was about 3 years old, or somewhere around there. And I guess being from ethnic parents, football is in our blood. And
yes.
It all started when as soon as I could pretty much walk. I guess my dad gave me a ball and off you go.
So really, you started the game over there, basically. Is that right? Of course you did.
Well, we'd kick around in the local village with all the other kids, and I mean, what can you really do at 3 years of age? You just chase a ball, I guess, at the end of the day.
Absolutely amazing.
So
say something, because I've got something very important to tell.
Can I just jump in there, Iron Zilic? Did I hear that right? Look, I've only had one can so far, and may I add, how do you pronounce that, Harry? Asahi, I think it is.
Don't talk about that alcohol. Whatever you do.
I've only had one can. Now, did I hear you say you were born when you were 3 years old?
I was born overseas. I came to Australia when I was 3.
Oh, sorry about that. It must be the beer. Now, carry on, Harry.
Now, Zoran.
That's
you came over to Australia.
Zoran Kalic, I think it is.
Sydney, is that right? You settled in Sydney with your parents, is that right?
Yeah, we came here and we settled in Botany, in the Botany area.
Captain Cook.
Yeah, we started off playing football for the local club, which was Pagewood Botany, and just grew from there, I guess.
And now that junior club, is that what you're saying? Botany, who was it again?
It was Pagewood Botany. So
Pagewood Botany.
It was the local club or feeder club that the NSL club in our area was Sydney City. So we all inspired to play, rep football for our local area, which was the Botany, Alexandria, Matraville, pretty much that whole area there. And then, then reps, we started playing for, I guess, Sydney City from under 13s.
Wow, so Sydney City's right. You know what, Zoran, by coincidence, you had just said Sydney City. Guess what shirt's behind you when you see the replay? Sydney City is behind me. Eastern Suburbs of Coa. Eastern Suburbs of Coa, is that right?
And my left.
Eastern Suburbs of Coa. But when I signed for them, they were Sydney City, correct?
Yes, Eastern Suburbs of Coa, right behind. You'll see the replay, and I'm not joking. It's right behind me. What a coincidence tonight. Now, let me just say, Zoran. Now, your first taste of the NSL. Ooh. When was that?
Yeah, 50 years ago, was it?
I think I started playing some pre-season, some friendly games in 1986, and then I made my debut in the middle or late season of 1987.
Yes.
And I was pretty, I guess, fortunate that year I had a very good under 20 season, and I was scoring a few goals and I won some medals and stuff like that. And the coach put me in first grade, and I think on my first game I scored a goal on my debut, and the rest is history, I guess.
So this was Sydney City at the time, huh?
Sydney City. Yeah.
No. I left Sydney City because my parents moved from the Botany area to Torella, which is just near Earlwood. So then I moved to St George Budapest in the under 13s.
Guess what? Guess what we've got here? Can you get him that shirt, the red one?
Well, hold on. Before he goes on, you said you scored in your first game, did you?
Yeah, I believe it was I think it was my first game. I think we played Preston Macedonia at St George.
The Macedonians.
Preston Macedonia at St George Stadium, and I got on with about 15 or something to go, and the ball came across from the left, and I controlled it with my right foot and nicely placed it in the top left-hand corner.
Sounds like
from about 80 yards out. No, just joking.
Well, can you tell us anything else?
That sounds like Diego Maradona. Did you watch him or something? Is that right?
Oh,
My God, man.
Yes,
it's unbelievable. Now, of course, St George, Budapest. My God. And a few weeks ago.
We've got the top here,
it's in there somewhere.
It's in the cupboard there.
The red top. We've got the red top, the original 1977 Phillips League top. How's that, St George?
And did you?
Now, that was a bit earlier than you. But let me tell you something right now. About a week ago or two, they are pulling down your old home ground. How's that? How do you feel?
Adelaide City.
I was fortunate enough to be invited to the I don't know, they had like an old players get together, knocking down the stadium, saying farewell.
Terrible.
Day, and it was pretty sad. We had some former greats there, and it was in one way it was. I was happy that it's finally going to be rejuvenated, but in another way, it's very sad where, so many Socceroos games were played there, so many beautiful NSL games were played there, both Olympic, St George. It was a great stadium, and there's a lot of memories for a lot of players.
Now, here comes Frothy with these crazy questions, Zoran. You better answer them.
Well, I'm going to get to your shot clock, but I just had a email from the lovely young lady, Anna, who helped me get up. Don't say anything cheeky. She helped me get off the ground.
Oh, my God. Zoran, we apologise if he swears or anything.
And she said, yes, I am 55. But
I'll
tell you what, this young lady...
Hey, I'm panicking here.
This young lady, I'll tell you something... She looks better than Sharon Stone with makeup on.
Well,
I'll tell you what.
I'm going to watch that show. What's it called?
Now,
Basic Instinct.
Now, Ivan Kalic. Enough of Anna.
That's not Ivan Kalic. It's Zoran Ilic, mate.
Zoran Ilic. Sorry about that.
Hit him.
Now, Zoran, I do a 30-second shot clock, and you have to beat the time. There is a prize at the end of the year, and I know you would love it. We have a Brisbane Roar membership, so but first you have to beat the time before you start thinking about the free membership. Now, Harry, can you start the clock, please?
Oh, now, Zoran, it's a really funny button. This one.
Here
you won't hear it. You won't hear it here, but you'll hear it on the replay.
That's the one. Yes,
here's the button.
Here we go. That's Brittany, apparently. Your girlfriend.
Go,
Brittany.
which is
dogs or cats? Is he still there? Check.
Zoran, are you there?
Is Ivan Kelly?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm waiting for the questions.
Sorry about that.
I'm ready.
Turn this way.
There we go. Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Favourite movie?
Favourite movie? Rambo.
Rambo. Stop the clock, for heaven's sake. Rambo? Now, Ivan. Sorry, not Ivan. What's his bloody name? I forget his name.
Rambo.
Zoran.
Mate,
wake up.
Rambo?
Stop it, mate.
It's Zoran.
Now, you can call me Ivan. It's not a problem.
Ivan, yes.
Okay, that's fine.
Ivan Kalic. You would have played
He was
Kalic.
he was the guy in Rocky, not Rambo. Yeah, that's
right.
okay.
Yes.
Well, I'm just saying, have you heard about The Predator? That would have to be a better movie than one you picked, I suppose.
Yes.
No, he was in Universal Soldier. Dolph Lundgren,
Yes, the big Russian guy. Exactly. All right, now, Harry, start the clock, please.
Start the clock again.
Here we go.
As it comes a kiss.
Yep, sorry, Brittany's back in town. Hardest opponent. Zoran.
What's going to be?
I said it again. Zoran.
Hardest, Charlie Yankos.
Charlie Yankos.
That bloke. Jesus.
Yes, that bloke.
I'm wearing his shirt.
How do you like your steak?
Medium to well.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Best soccer player of all time. And don't say Harry Sunday, please.
Please say it again.
The original Ronaldo.
Stop the clock.
Now, that is actually, Harry and I have something in common with that Ronaldo. Now, I bet you'd never pick it. Now, do you want me to give you a clue, or do you want me to come straight with the answer, Zoran?
You guys are both overweight, or?
How'd you guess?
Yes.
You have a lot of Brazilian girlfriends?
Yes, we do. But they're the most ugliest ones.
You own a couple of football clubs?
Yes, we do.
Well, there's a yes and no, and not necessarily in that order. Harry, start the clock. I'll tell you.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go. Twitter. Sorry about that, Zoran. Brittany's back in town. Twitter or Instagram for you?
Insta.
Vanilla or chocolate?
Chocolate.
Corona, real or not real?
Sorry?
Corona, real or not real?
Corona.
Real.
Okay, he's got it real. Okay.
And it tastes good after the first sip.
Well, well,
Oh,
actually,
you mean the other Corona?
That's
I'm talking about the beer, Zoran.
Zoran.
No, the beer's real.
Of course it's real.
That's right, exactly. Now,
Correct answer.
That beer should have been that should have been the bloody antidote, the bloody
the one.
vaccine. That's for sure. What are you going to? Now the thing is,
I import beer, so yeah, it's good. Bring in as much as you can.
Zoran,
not me personally.
Now, stop the clock, please. We've got to go to 6 hours here.
My company, we import beverages for people.
well, can you import something called football-less beer? That'd be good.
Yeah, we could non-alcoholic beer.
That'd
do
be
some
fantastic.
of that too.
We should do that and put it up here and sponsor us.
Well, Zoran,
But
can I just get to the last question? And you
All
can
right,
give me
last
the answer.
question. Go.
And then we're going to talk about beer because it's one of my favourite
Don't
hobbies.
talk too much about it because we've got a lot of questions.
Well, only
here.
for 2 seconds.
One,
now,
two, that's it.
Back in the day, Zoran, when you had, well, apparently you still got hair, and good on you, mate. Harry actually puts a bit of boot polish in his hair, but that doesn't matter.
Here we go again.
Now, were you one of those disco boys, or were you one of those rock and roll boys back in the day, Zoran? Sorry about that.
Oh, jeez.
Well, it depends on where we were going. So sometimes it was rock, sometimes it was disco balls.
Well,
that's right. It's a bit like Harry. Sometimes you go to the gay bar, and sometimes you go to the strippers. I preferably wouldn't want to go to the strippers.
I'm losing it tonight, mate, with this bloke.
No,
Yeah,
absolutely.
a lot easier with Amex these days.
Exactly.
absolutely.
Now, are you ready? Now,
Yeah,
Zoran.
we're done. Okay, let's get serious.
Now, Zoran,
Jermaine
we are
Jackson
talking
said,
about
let's get serious.
NSL clubs. We're
Let's
talking
get
about when we
serious
talk about
and
NSL
go
clubs.
in love.
We are talking about St George,
We're talking
Adelaide
about St.
City.
George,
Was there any more NSL clubs besides that?
Well, there would have been.
No. I played about 6 or 7 seasons with St George before I guess we got relegated.
Yes.
And then I moved to Adelaide for about a year and a half or something like that. And then I played 4 seasons in Serbia.
Which club was that?
Wow.
I played for a team. First, I played for a team called Vojvodina, which was.
Oh my God! Can I try and spell this? Vojvodina.
Wait a minute. You played for them, Harry. How could you not know how to
Next
spell
club.
them?
We're going to ask you about questions about these clubs. What was the next club?
And the other club I played for was for Jagodina.
Jesus, they all have dinner on those nights. Bloody hell, mate.
Yeah, we had some good dinners. Yeah.
So what was it? Yago dinner.
Jagodina. Yep.
Yago.
Well, Zoran, you're taking a piss out of us, aren't you? Now, seriously, mate, they couldn't have been.
Yeah, my God, what name? Now, Zoran, I'm going to ask you something. Now, what happens when a player plays for a couple of clubs?
Yes.
We want a score out of 10 here.
Absolutely.
Now, you're going to give me a score out of 10, okay?
Yep.
Now, St George, out of 10, your time there. How much you give him out of 10?
I loved it there. 9 out of 10.
9 out of my God.
Holy
So
mackerel.
Adelaide City, a big change from Sydney to Adelaide, eh?
Yes,
you
yes.
played with Milan Ivanovic, my God, man. Some of these players you had there.
Yes.
Steve Maxwell, my God, man.
Yeah, Stevie Maxwell, Milan Ivanovic, Alex Tobin, Robbie
Tobin,
Zabika, Ernie Tapai,
Sergio
Jesus,
Melter and
Tobin.
Yes.
Sorry, I said Tobin. Vidmar. So
and,
we had Carl Viet, the
Carl
Adelaide
Viet.
coach at the moment.
All Socceroos.
and also you forgot one most important player back then, Jimmy Armstrong. Do you remember playing against
for
him?
God's sakes, mate. He's bloody... Don't talk about... Now,
Before
No,
his time.
the one that was the most legendary was Serge Melter. I think
Sergio,
when I
yes.
got there, he was about 98 and he still ran more than all of us.
and
so-
he had that beautiful curly hair, if you remember. That curly hair. Remember
Oh,
What's wrong
he's
with
he was
Curly
a
hair?
he was a hairdresser, so I guess
No
that
wonder.
that's part
Now we
of
know
the
why.
process.
Well,
Now, out of 10, Adelaide City compared to St George.
I'd say Adelaide, the team was probably 9, but my experience was probably about a 7.
7.
well,
Now-
you
now-
did
Even though that year we won the championship and the cup, I had an injury and it sort of ended not in a nice way for me. You know
Oh,
what I
boy.
mean? So,
Now, we're going to the Serbian clubs.
Oh.
I'm going to try and
Have your
pronounce...
dinner. Is that what they're called?
Vojvodina.
Vovo dinner.
How much?
Great experience. Didn't play a lot, so I'd say about a 6.
6.
Wow,
now,
that's a bit behind the
Yagodina. What?
Yokozuna, that was a wrestler.
Yagodina.
Yagodina was a great experience. I'd give that a 8 or 9 out of 10.
Ooh,
wow.
what do you reckon? What do you reckon?
The best part about it was, I met my future wife
Oh.
and my son was born in Yagodina, so
Fantastic.
Well, that's a 10.
it was 10. Yeah, I'd
Has to
agree.
be a 10.
Give it a 10.
10
Yeah,
plus.
10. My God. So basically, we've surpassed the NSL clubs. My God, man. We've surpassed
goes
the
to show
NSL
you.
clubs here.
It gave me an extra special environment there, having a family.
Now,
so it was good.
this is going to be hard. I hear of course you played overseas, okay? Now, the experience between playing in the NSL, Gary Ward, welcome Gary Ward to Footballers. Gary Ward's watching you right now. You can say hello to him.
Gaz, how you going, my friend? Another legend of the NSL.
Oh, my word, mate.
Watching.
Is it the solicitor firm, Gary Ward Solicitors?
No, he's not. He's
a
real estate agent, mate. Sells houses.
He's a real estate agent.
He sells. He's doing well. I hear he's doing very well.
Very well. Now,
so if you need to sell your house or your apartment, just give Gaz a call.
That'd be $500, thank you, Zoran. Now, let me tell you something right now. Your experience playing in they say it was the final frontier of the game in this country. The final frontier, just like Star Trek, right? Finding Australia, playing there, knowing the game there, but going overseas. You went overseas, and you must have found it very different over there. What did you find?
Well, New Zealand is very different to Australia, Harry.
Listen, I think that here we were part-time players. So even though it was a full-time competition, we were part-time players. So we trained 2-3 times a week and have a game on the week. And a lot of players had jobs on during the week. You know what I mean?
Yes, I get
so it was a part-time gig. But going overseas and training 5 times a week and sometimes twice a day, and pre-season training, and I've got my own little. In the dressing room, you've got your own box with your boots cleaned by the guy that does it, and your jersey's ready and everything's washed, and all you have to bring is your little, man bag with your toothbrush and that. It's a completely different experience. So, and I played at first grade level overseas, but I could imagine if today's environment at AC Milan or Real Madrid or whatever, Manchester United, it'll be unbelievable.
My God, now, Jesus.
Every kid should in Australia, inspire to get to that level, not just play, in the championship in England. Our aspirations should be all young players should aspire to get to that level and be in that environment.
Now, before I bring Froth, there's one more for you. Now, playing over there, right, and I've spoken to a lot of guys who played overseas.
Yes.
And there's always going to be some kind of, it's them against us. You go overseas, Zoran,
thank you very much.
And they say, who, and they come up and speak, and they speak to you behind your back in Serbian.
Yes.
And you can understand Serbian, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, I speak it fluently. And read and write, yeah.
So, now here comes the point.
Exactly.
Did you actually hear something about yourself thinking that you couldn't speak? Is this an Australian skippy? What's he doing here? What the hell is he doing here? Is that right? I bet you must have heard some shit there.
Aussie. Oi,
well,
oi,
it's funny you say, like in Australia,
I was right.
In Australia, we're wogs, and you go back to Serbia, even though you're Zoran Ilic, you're a wog over. You're an Aussie over there. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Well, hold on.
Even though we speak the language, and I guess you understand it, there is a dialect. They know exactly that you're not from that region.
Yes.
So,
did you hear anything behind your back?
Yeah, there was a lot of. You got to remember that football overseas that's the number one sport in majority of countries in the world.
Yes.
And people make a living out of it. You know what I mean? Where I could have just packed up and come back to Australia. It's not a big deal over there. That's your future.
Yes.
They will die to play there. And you've come from wherever, 20,000 kids, half of them don't even know where Australia is.
Yes.
And they're going, who's this cricket player that came here to play soccer?
There you go. I said it. Now, about this stuff too. Of course, at training, you went overseas, you were training with these clubs. Did they ever give you an elbow as you were training or playing in a simulated match? Of course, they would have done that, wouldn't you? Sure.
I'll give you an example. When I played at Vojvodina, there was a pretty average player called Sinisa Mihailovic. I think he played a few games for Sampdoria, Lazio, Serbia, Yugoslavia. I don't know.
Good effort.
I think he won the Champions League with Red Star Belgrade. So he's a pretty average player. Well, the first week I was there, I had long hair. He had long hair. Everyone was talking us up, this, that, and whatever. The first tackle, I think he took, 3 centimeters of skin off my shin, and he just wanted me to know that he was the boss.
What the hell? My God.
So Goran, can I just cut in there? Are you sure that wasn't Kevin Muscat or Danny Tiato?
Well, yeah, no, Kevy and I played together in the Young Socceroos and the Olyroos. So his tackles were pretty fierce, but there was guys like Gary McDowell that could really take
we had him on.
some skin off.
We had him on.
Off your shin.
Mate, we've had him on. We've heard the stories, mate. He's unbelievable. Mate, he was the enforcer of the Socceroos, if you remember.
Well,
mate, listen, we were pretty, I guess for me, I was lucky we had Steve O'Connor and we had the O'Shea brothers and Dave Radcliffe.
Radcliffe, boy.
Yep. David
and
Radcliffe,
then we had guys like Lamdropoulos come, and there was some very tough defenders at St George when I was there. You know what I mean? So I wasn't really worried too much about the other guys because we got the buggery kicked out of us at training every day. So
Frothy, your turn.
Well, Goran, correct me if I'm wrong. Would you say David Radcliffe would go? Well, this is what I think. David Radcliffe to me was better than Charlie Yankos. I think as a complete player. Is there any truth in that, David? Oh, not David. So what's his name?
Zoran.
Zoran. Sorry about that, Zoran. Too many tonight, I suppose.
I don't know. There's two completely different players, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like, I respected Dave and the job that he did at St George and for the Socceroos. And
yes.
And Charlie was. I don't know. When you talk about Charlie, you think of being a Socceroo, you know what I mean? That goal that he scored against Argentina.
Oh my God,
we can only. I still get goosebumps watching it. Mate. We can only, dream of doing something like that. So, I played with Charlie at New South Wales Premier League level at Canterbury Marrickville, and I was in awe. I was in awe of a guy like that, like him and Peter Catholis came down to play in the off season, like we all did in the old NSL, and I was just in awe of these two guys. I mean, I grew up wanting to be the cat. I wanted to dribble like the cat. I wanted to run like the cat.
Peter Catholis,
mate,
we spoke into the cat, mate. He's unbelievable.
Now, calm down. You're going to get the cat calling us, and he's not happy with me. Because,
he doesn't like us anymore. Zoran hates us. He hates us.
Harry and I went and watched the game where the cat played. They played, it was the Legends against...
Oh, yes.
Who they played at that? The media or something?
No, they played RPR.
They played the Legends, played the Legends, and...
Yeah, I'm not happy about that. I'm personal friends with Cat. He didn't even give me an invite,
Well, you got to be joking.
I'm not happy too.
I've got to say something. I've got to say, Mr. Catholis,
yes.
Can you please do us a favour? Give Zoran a go, please, mate. Jesus, he's going to hear that now.
Well, Goran, let me tell you, Harry and I were at that game, and there was a young lady next to us. So you remember that well?
Yeah, I know her. She hated
and
her.
She said, not I said. I just repeated what she said to the cat that night. She said he looked 4 months pregnant. Now, I said, Cat, look, don't worry about it. I look 3 months pregnant, but you were a superstar. And I don't know.
Do you want me to tell you? I'll tell Zoran exactly what he said after.
Well, what did he say, Harry?
You know what he said? Zoran said, I can't believe he called me pregnant.
Well, listen, a lot of us ex-sports players have had a lot of injuries, and I recently had a hip replacement. Prior to that, I looked pregnant as well. So,
oh no.
Maybe some other players have had the same injuries and required surgery or whatever, and sometimes we bulge out because we need to do that.
we need to, well, as you just said, I want to send out a cheerio to Kenny Wilson. We understand you very well too, Kenny.
Well, talk about being pregnant and this and that. And Goran,
you know what I'm saying?
Did you understand? Did he type it or did he say it? I wouldn't have a clue what he's saying.
No, I was saying it on his behalf. That's what I'm saying. So I'm not saying anymore.
Now, mate, Kenny, anytime I'm playing any game, I'd call him along. Let me tell you, he'd be a good one on your side.
I love him. We love him. We love him.
Well, can I just butt in there and say, I'll say the opposite of pregnant. My good friend Harry here, who I've known for 31 and a half years. When did I meet you, Harry? Back in 85 or something?
Yes. In the NSL teams, yes.
In the old NSL teams. And Harry, my mate, every week I come to the studio here in South Yarra, Goran. He seems to have lost another kilo. And I tell you what, you are disappearing, my friend. Now, what is going on?
Because love...
Are you well?
Zoran, love hurts, don't you?
Love hurts, yes.
Now, I have some... Forget that song. I'm going to collapse in a minute. Now, Zoran, I've got something to tell you.
Well, what have you
sent me those pictures this afternoon.
Yes, and I saw
and
those.
The great Eddie Thompson. What a coincidence today that Eddie Thompson passed away 19 years ago today. And you sent me those photos, mate. I met him in Townsville in 1996 when I was working. I had the pleasure of meeting him with the Olyroos up there, which was fantastic.
Well, hold on,
really
Goran.
good.
Let me cut in there.
Zoran, mate, what you get the
Sorry about that.
Listen, another legend of our game. I mean, what an incredible person, an incredible coach. I mean, half the time I didn't understand what he was saying either. But let me tell you, his what he's done for our game to get us to where we are today is phenomenal. Not just at NSL level, but Socceroos level, and some of the people, some of the players that he's moulded into really good human beings today. It's just, guys, part of the game is great being out on the field and whatever, but the lifelong friendships that you build with some of these people, and I know that Eddie's not with us anymore, and a lot of other guys are not with us as well, but. When we catch up and when we meet up, it doesn't matter if you played one game or 100 games for the Socceroos or 1,000 games in the NSL. There's this camaraderie between us that just goes a long way, right, and it's made all of us better people as well. I mean,
well, you are so correct in what you're saying, because 19 years ago, now let's see if we are talking to the real Zoran Ilic, Harry here. 19 years ago, this team won the final. Now see if you can pick the tune.
You know who they are, Zoran, don't you? Now, Zoran,
can you pick the great team?
That is actually a very monotonous trumpet playing. You might have heard that thousands of times, I bet you.
Yes, and you would.
Yeah, I think a few Valiants had horns like that, in the 80s. So.
Well, the Valiant was apparently. Look, I'm not Greek, I'm a Finn, but apparently that was a Greek Mercedes. They used to say Goran.
The best thing.
Goran, sorry about that, Zoran.
The best thing, Zoran.
A G with a Z mixed up, or what the hell's going on here?
Now, Zoran, in Townsville in '96, they were getting ready to go over there, and I met Eddie Thompson, and I met one of the most amazing personalities that everyone would love to know.
Who was that?
The name was the Boss. The Boss was Les Scheinflug. You know what he used to say to me? How you going, Harry? All right. I'm very good, Les. Thank you very much. You come for breakfast in the morning with us? Oh, yeah, I'll be there. No worries. I had breakfast with him, would you believe? But the thing is, mate...
Did you have your muffin?
Of course I did. Now, Zoran... How did you put up with this man? He was so strict.
He was very strict. Yes, he was.
Listen, I guess I can call him Les now because he's not coaching me. But in the old days,
call him Les, mate.
Him that.
Boss.
But even now, when we see each other, I mean, I think anyone that was coached or was associated with Les calls him the Boss. You know what I mean?
Yours.
So it's he was just an incredible human being. The godfather of youth football in Australia, for him to have those results without discipline would never have happened.
Exactly.
So he brought his own little German discipline to this country, and he actually groomed a lot of great players that went on to be international stars. So hats off to Les. He's done a great job helping this country get to where it is today, and maybe we can learn a bit from him.
Yes, now that
and a shout out to the Boss as well.
He listened to this. He does listen.
Sure, I'm not sure if he's listening or not, but we all love him.
Yes.
Well, hold on, Zoran. Let me just cut in there. The Boss is still around. Is he talking about Bruce Springsteen? Is he? Who's he talking about?
Yeah, mate. They're laughing at us again, mate.
Well, I'll tell you what. There's only one Boss. But he's still going. He's still with us, Bruce.
Of course,
Springsteen,
mate. Listen, everybody's with us.
Les is the boss in Australian football.
Mate, that guy, honestly, Zoran, before I get to the next comment of what...
Honestly, this beer tastes fantastic.
Now, he has a record unheard of in youth football. Did you hear about that? He has a record unheard of.
Absolutely.
And it's amazing that he doesn't get enough recognition. That what upsets me or pisses me off, that he should be receiving a higher accolade for what he's put in. This is the problem.
Yes.
Listen, we recently had a get-together with Harry Michaels and a few other people, and we're trying to, when I say we as a football community are trying to...
The Australian, what was it called? The Australian, what was it called again? Football Legacy? Australian Football Legacy.
Yeah, the Australian Football Legacy. So, we as a football family with, Harry Michaels, Jack Zervis.
Yes, that's the one,
yes. And a few other people that are involved really want to build build a bridge and combine,
that's right.
old football and new football, because it's like anything in life. If you don't know where you came from, you can't move forward.
That's right.
And I think it's very important that, we have a museum which, the Godfather, Rally Rasic, has got
my God.
5 million memorabilias from every decade in the last 50 years. And a big shout out to Rally. He's the godfather of football here in Australia. And, if we can get, the football family, get this up and running and move it forward, it'll be the bridge that binds us all together and allows us to move forward as one family. I think that's very important.
Fantastic.
So everyone that's listening and everyone that's associated with football, get behind this.
Exactly.
This push to put us together, because let me tell you, I go on the internet and you can't even find, hardly any games.
No.
Where we played in the 80s or 70s or 90s or whatever.
I found quite a few actually. I've searched for a long time and I found some actually. I have.
But it's sad to see where, I turned Foxtel on and Channel 501 has got, the 1977 semi-final Parramatta, Manly, whatever it was,
rugby
16
league.
all.
Yes.
We need to have that. If we're going to grow our game and build our game, we've got to have, Channel 10 showing 10 games a week.
Exactly.
And we need to have, even if it's podcasts, social media, whatever, wherever, I don't know, just have games showing all the time, because, I've got kids and. If I say to my kids, I remember Charlie Yankos' goal against Argentina, they wouldn't recall it, but they know that Andrew Johns played 180 games, and 22 state of origins, and blah blah blah. We know that. So that's for me as a football tragic and a lover of football and an ex-player. It's a tragedy for me.
Let me just jump in there, Zoran. It's clear, isn't it? It is very clear. We are talking about the round ball, which is the biggest game in the world.
Be careful when you pick that up. Well,
yes, it's the biggest game in the world and the biggest team in the world, Brisbane Roar. Not at the moment, they're last on the ladder, but they'll get better. Now,
I can understand that.
Connor Chapman, didn't Connor Chapman just sign for Brisbane Roar?
He did, but they had a loss to the Glory. Maybe he's not fit. I'm just making up excuses, or maybe he had too many hamburgers before the game.
Okay.
But it's quite clear to me. We got this ball game here, which is called, we can call it soccer tonight, because we come from
we're in trouble.
No, you call it football. It's not soccer. Soccer's in America, isn't it?
I suppose. Let's call it soccer football.
Actually, I have something very nice to share with you, Zoran, after we visit America.
Yes.
We're going to have a correspondent talking to us about the MLS, and it is soccer there. So there you go.
Well,
we're going to have him on very shortly talking about the MLS.
I love soccer. I love football. I love whatever. I mean, my son's ex-teammate, Milos Veganek, just signed in America. So, big shout out to Milos. Congratulations. And, he's kicked some goals. And, we need to as a football country follow, the MLS. And, I was even watching, because my niece is engaged to a footballer that played in Israel, and Israel competitions, great guns as well. So we need to follow.
You're talking about Rukavica.
No. She's engaged to a Serbian boy.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, these are the type of competitions that have been growing over the last decade.
They have.
These are the competitions that we need to maybe educate ourselves on, the processes and the marketing and education and everything else that's associated, because it's only been growing over the last 10 years.
Exactly. Now this is the part of the show we're going to say to you right now. Now, Zoran, this is a very serious question.
What's that?
You are one of only a few Socceroos.
One of the greatest.
Only a few who wore the spew shirt.
Oh, no,
the
please.
spew shirt.
Oh, no.
Zoran, you have a spew shirt. Is that
disaster.
right? You got the spew shirt. Have you still got it?
You know what's funny? Like all of us that ever wore that actually got wasn't it King Roo or something or
King Roo.
I think most of us that ever wore it really, we swapped it everywhere we went because we didn't really like it.
Don't tell me you did.
It's like the old Mercedes, 280 SCL or whatever from the 80s.
Please don't.
Whoever's got it is worth a lot of money. Days.
Please don't tell me. Please don't tell me you swapped it, and you did.
Yeah, I did swap it, and I think I got a Qatar tracksuit or something.
Zoran, you know what we're planning on doing?
What was that?
Having every Socceroo who wore it in one big party.
Well, that's a fair call.
Can I tell you? That I think that was that would have been 88, 89, somewhere around there. That would have been the year because I think 1990 Nike came on board and there was Adidas came on board and we had those really nice tracksuits with the stripes on the left hand. It was really good.
So what we're going to do, Zoran, is this: we're going to have a reunion of every Socceroo that wore the spew shirt and they've got to wear it on the night.
Yes.
Can you get a copy, please? Can you get a copy?
Can you dig that sucker?
I'm sure someone would be able to supply us, and I'd be more than happy to buy 100 of them for all the boys if we need to. And I'll sponsor that through the company.
Can you imagine every Socceroo turned up and wore that, and they wore that under a tuxedo or something, huh?
Well, I'll tell you what.
I think it'd be a very. It's funny that you say that. I mean, I keep tabs on a lot of friends and former teammates and whatever through social media, and it seems everyone's really interested in these jerseys these days.
Whoever thought that they're worth a fortune? And we've only had one person come on the show, and that's the coach of Olympic, of course, Ante Juric. We said, Ante says, Harry, I will wear it and I'll take a photo, and he put it up. Would you believe this? He's the only one. So any one of you Socceroos out there, please wear the bloody thing and take the photos. We want to get this big ball. We're going to call it the King Roo ball, the King Roo shirt ball. My God, man.
Now let me just say this.
with the old Patrick boots as well. They were the old Patrick boots. Remember the old Kevin Keegans with the
they used to have the stripes near the bloody heel. Yes.
Now
and then I was so lucky. I got Cape boots. Peter Catholis had these Cape boots. They looked like Puma Kings with white tongues. It was unbelievable.
Yes.
Okay.
Now listen, Zoran. Before it's my 36th birthday.
Thank you very much. You remembered my name. I really appreciate it.
Finally, we've knocked him out.
Zoran.
Can we stay a bit longer? Maybe you'll pronounce it properly.
Zoran Kalic, apparently.
No, Illich, my friend.
Sorry about that. They all sound the same to me.
Here he comes again.
Now listen. Sorry, that was got the crow flying.
Crow's back again, Zoran. Sorry, mate.
Now let's see how well you know the round ball. Let's call it football. He didn't like the word soccer, so we'll keep the football.
No. Soccer's fine. I grew up with soccer as well.
Well, we didn't. We're only now 30, so we'll just leave it at that. Now, tell me something. I'm going to read some games out here, and we want your predictions. Now, here we go. The great Brisbane Roar, once upon a time great, are playing the Victory up in Queensland. Can you give us a score there?
Well, after the poor result last week, I think they'd want to bounce back, so I think it might be a 2-1 result.
Well, I'll tell you
with a late winner.
A late winner to the Brisbane team, you're saying? Yes.
With a late winner from my son's former teammate, Connor Chapman, header.
Okay, well, look, that's fantastic. You took 46 seconds of his shot clock, but I will send you a Brisbane Roar membership. And you know what, Harry? I'm even going to give you one of these balls here.
Fantastic.
Well, why not? Well, let's get to the next game. The Newcastle Jets are playing Macarthur FC. Now, I'm going for a draw, Zoran.
Well, I can't not go for MacArthur because I was one of their sponsors last year. So I'd go 1-0 MacArthur.
Well, we're not talking business here. We're talking sport.
Okay. Where are they? Are they playing in Newcastle?
They are playing at the Hunter Stadium.
There will be about.
I think it'll be a draw, either 1-1 or 0-0.
That's fair enough.
And there'll be 7 people there.
Well, maybe 17. Now, Sydney FC are playing Melbourne City in Sydney. Now, that's going to be a cracker.
Well, Melbourne City normally go good against Sydney FC, even though my good mate Milos Ninkovic is playing. So shout out to Milos if he's listening.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Hello, Milos. I'll give him a call tomorrow and say hello. But I think that one might be a victory for the Melbourne City team.
Melbourne City. Now you mentioned Majko Ninkovic, whatever his name is. Now, would you say he's better than Thomas Broich? Now be honest.
No way.
Well, I think so too. Well, he's thinking.
Depends on if you're looking at stats or if you're looking at. For me, I really enjoyed Broich. You know, the way he plays,
the way he very silky skills,
and the way. But Milos has a game that you know, his overall game is just phenomenal. But you know, you're clutching at straws trying to choose who was better. I'd have both of them in my team.
Well, you can only pick one, Milos. You can only pick one.
I'd have to go for the Serbian connection. I'd go for Milos Ninkovic.
Well, okay, you're not being biased.
Can I ask you a question?
Not biased at all.
Not at all. We can tell that.
It's very important.
Very important.
Now,
Sorry about that.
You really do know Ninkovic. Is that right, Milos? You really know him.
Yes.
Can you do us a favour?
Yep.
Can we get him on our show?
We'll have him in the studio, sitting right here next to us.
I can ask him. I don't know what the rules and regulations are in regards to what he's allowed and not allowed to do.
Well, Zoran, now seriously,
contractually, but I'm sure that he can spend a couple of hours with you guys.
A couple of hours, mate. We the questions would be asking him. Well, we understand what we talk about. That's the other thing too.
I'm going to give him a bloody heart attack, I tell you.
No, he's a good Aussie now. He's an Aussie citizen.
Yes,
so
I'll speak to you about that in a couple of days' time. I'll ask you.
Well, you're
Zoran.
right, Zoran. He's a good
Not
Aussie,
a problem.
and he can't speak English. We'll leave it at that. Now, Adelaide United.
No, he speaks very good English.
No, he does that. I've heard him on TV. You can barely understand him. But anyway, let's get on to the next game. Adelaide United are playing Central Coast Mariners in Adelaide. Central Coast 2-0 for me, Zoran.
Are they playing at the Central Coast or?
No, they're playing at Hindmarsh. Yep.
Oh, Hindmarsh.
Yes.
Well, my former teammate is coaching him, and I can't go past Adelaide at home. So
yes.
Well, okay.
So big shout out to Carl Vitt.
Carl
Vitt.
Yes.
And,
another great player, former Socceroo. And he's a half decent coach too.
Yes, he is.
So he's a very good coach, and I hate to admit this, but even though the victory is sort of slowly slipping down the ladder, I think Tony Popovich is one of the best coaches going around, Goran. What do you think?
Listen, Tony's had some great results. I mean, the system that he plays and the players that he attracts to the club
man, this Goran guy.
has done really.
Yes, John?
No, I'm saying, you know, the systems that Tony Popovich plays and the players that he attracts they've always done well for him. So, you know, I think that he's a very good coach, yes. Fantastic. And he was a very, very good player as well.
He was a great player. I can name one better player, yourself, but that's open for discussion next time.
I tend to agree with you there. I do rate myself pretty high there with, you know.
Well, you were right up there with the fat Ronaldos and the Pelés, mate. I put you on that boat. Well, let's just get to the last two games, please, here. And we've got the glory of playing the Ninjas. Do you know who the Ninjas are, Goran? Zoran, sorry about that. Okay.
Wellington? Is it Wellington?
No. Western United Ninjas.
Western United. We call them the Ninjas.
Oh, Western United.
Ninjas.
Yeah, no. I got to go for Perth because... What have they only played 3 games this year? So,
well, I tell you what, the Western United are flying at the moment, mate. Do you watch the game? Do you know anything about the game, Zoran?
Yeah, not much, mate. It's on Channel 10. We don't get to watch Channel 10 much.
That's correct. And the last game, the Wanderers are playing the Knicks at Bank West. You can chalk that in for a win for the Wanderers.
Well, 7 people will be watching that game. I can tell you that.
Maybe 16 people.
Listen, Wellington are doing well. I mean, Ufuk's doing a great job over there. But I think that, you know, Mark Ruden's putting a stamp on the team, and I think the team needs to step up. There's some very good players there, and I think playing at home, they might get a bigger crowd. I think, you know, people need to turn up. If you really love your club and you love the team, get out there and support them and give them a bit of positive news every day, every game.
Well, Zoran, I've been saying that all along for years.
Now, Zoran, we'd like to thank you for joining. Keep going, Zoran.
What, what's the time? Are we done, are we?
We've got Mr. MPL coming on.
Mr. MPL, sorry, Zoran, we're going to have to cut this. Well, we can welcome him back next week, maybe.
Next week, if he wants to come back.
Part 2 of Goran Kalic. What's that? Not Goran.
No, Zoran Illich, my friend.
Goran
I'll get you a psychiatrist tomorrow.
Sorry about that, Goran. I've had a couple of beers.
Mate, I'm gonna need some tablets or something after this show.
Mate, you know what?
I've been called everything under the sun here. You know.
Well, look, if you run out of tablets...
Melich, Bellich, Zelich.
Yes, Zoran.
Just remember, Zoran, they call us the soccer psychos. There you go.
Well, they do. And if you need some free tablets, Harry's got a lot here, mate. He's got those blue ones.
I know those ones.
Apparently they give you... You have a good time
They
with
give you wings, a lot of wings,
They give you wings, yes. That's right.
Guys, it was my pleasure, and thank you very much for having me on the show.
No problems, Origi.
It was greatly appreciated.
Thank you very much. I'll be in touch with you about the beer and Mr. Ninkovic, of course.
This beer still cold.
Yeah, no, not a problem. All I want to finish off with is, guys, you know, we need to unite. So let's we all need to be one football, one soccer, one whatever you want to call it. And if for us to grow this game, we all got to grow it together.
That's right. Thank you very much.
Very, very well said,
Zoran, for your time. It's very valuable. Thank you for coming on, and you've been fantastic for us.
He's a champion.
And we'll be talk to you in the future. No problem. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you very much,
Thanks,
Zoran.
guys. Take care.
Thank you, Zoran. Thank you.
What a smart man.
I tell you what, mate, a guy who can go from Australia, any person who can go overseas and play overseas from here, learning the game here and going over there, that's a massive achievement. Whether you play for the Socceroos or not, that's a massive achievement.
Thank you very much. A great character.
Yes.
A great person. Yes. Knows the game, had a sense of humour, and I'll tell you what, well, all the guests we have on, they're all that, but apart from John Cosmina was
a nice
angry
bloke.
at us, wasn't he? But he's a very nice bloke.
Yeah, not a bad bloke for a bad bloke.
Not a bad bloke, yes. Maybe we can have Cosy on next week. Are you going to call him?
I could call him. I've got his number anyway, so
I'll give him a call.
Now, guys, before we get on Mr. MPL, we got to put ourselves up there, because without these guys, we can't do the show, guys. There is only one football. Hang on, Frothy.
Yes,
there is only one football.com. We're talking
C
City Lawyers and Lawyers that come to you in Sydney. C City Lawyers that come to you.
Arrowsports.com.au.
Arrow Sports make fantastic football kits for everyone, for your club, all sorts of stuff. Arrow Sports for all the best kits that you will find. They make all sorts of stuff.
Flash news.
Of course. No, I've got to finish it.
Flash news. Apparently, Anna, the great lady who helped me today.
Here we go again.
She's watching the show, and hello to Anna there, whoever she is.
Okay, now, getting back to There's Only One Football. Don't forget, guys, you can see those shirts up there. Yes. You can see Sydney Olympic. You can see down here, Eastern Suburbs of Coa. They make these fantastic shirts, guys. If you're looking for them, $75 plus postage. $75 plus postage, guys. All sorts of stuff. Hang on, Frothy, for a second. We are talking about all these heritage shirts, guys. All these NSL 1977 heritage shirts. Go to the site. There is only one football on that site. You will see them there. If you want to order now, guys, they're fantastic shirts. And don't forget, C City Lawyers, the lawyers that come to you in Sydney, and Arrow Sport in conjunction with There Is Only One Football, make these fantastic shirts and kits for you as well. So,
now you're forgetting the other sponsor, CTV.
He's gone.
Well, why have we got him up there for? You've forgotten to take him down, have you?
To fill the area.
Just to fill the spot there.
Now, we're going to call Mr. MPL. Is he going to be ready or what? Hang on, man. Now, if you want those shirts, they're available for $75, okay?
Is that all?
That's right. That's all they are.
Bloody dirt cheap. Well, listen, John Saz emailed me, and he wants to come on and talk to us as well.
He's actually got some shirts on order.
Well, why don't we put it the great man, the god of soccer, you call him?
One day we'll talk to him.
Let's get him on the show.
We've got Mr. MPL coming on right now. Ready, man? Are you there, Mr. MPL?
Yep, well, he's got to be there.
Oh, yes. Are you there, Mr. MPL? Are you there, Gavin MPL? Are you there, sir? We don't get your sister anymore, so we get you direct. How's that?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, it's pretty good, isn't it? Hey,
it's fantastic now.
Mate.
All
2022, the phone's working properly. Can't believe it.
I can't believe it. You're not with Telstra. That's why. Is that right or what?
No, still with Telstra. Still on the prepaid, mate. But I don't know. It's crazy.
Now,
Chinese rubbish phone.
Now,
mate.
Gavin, all I can say is one thing to you before we start. You got to follow with me. Alexandros. Alexandros. We will win next time. We will beat you. We will beat you at the village. We will beat you at the village. No, you won't. We'll beat you at the village, mate. Find out about that one.
Come on.
You'll beat us at the village, Harry.
Yes, we will. We'll beat you at the village.
That's good, mate.
4-0. 4-0 at the 3-0. 4-0.
It's good.
Hamburgers here, mate, for us, for everybody.
Hey, Gav, let me just say this, mate.
Frothies, what's going on, mate?
Well, it's not frothies. I'm in disguise.
He's a warrior tonight, mate. He's a warrior.
I like the helmet. Nice work. Where was that from?
Well,
everybody wants one now.
I had it in my cupboard. I had to wear it because I don't want Katsakas to...
Mate.
Well, you told me to chant something, and Katsakas is after me, but I'm actually not here.
He said to me, "Oh my God,
Forrester clothes flying over, mate.
We miss him all the time. He's a bloody idiot. He's coming.
So, look,
that's why you got the helmet, because there's any shit on your bloody head.
Yeah, shut up. Let me talk. And now Katsakas is after me, so I'm not who you think I am. But nevertheless, what a result. Can you run us through man of the match? I would say Andy Brennan. What do you think, Gav?
Mate, I probably wouldn't be far off it. Mate, why haven't you got the rainbow wig on in celebration of Andy Brennan's return to South and
do that tonight.
First goal, mate, and and putting in a man of the match performance? What's going on, Proffies?
Yes.
I said that. You got to wear the rainbow wig in tribute to Andy Brennan, mate. Come on.
Well, I wanted to wear it, but Katsakas is after me, mate, so I have to put on a disguise. So
put the helmet on, mate.
Put the old helmet on there, and
I like it.
And how does it look, mate? Does it look real to you?
It's good.
It looks fantastic,
It.
actually. It's bloody very good, actually.
Well, Harry thought I'd change. I'd go for Heidelberg. I'm a warrior, but I'm not a warrior, Harry. I'm with a great team here, even though they're
You need to wear it on Thursday night, Proffies, at the game, mate.
Well,
that's right. Yes,
I
I've
could have worn it, but I'll tell you
taking over Harry's position, mate, is the.
Yes, I get what
the
you're saying.
one-man band, mate.
I get what you're saying. I
Mate.
get what you're saying. Yes, I've gone yellow and black here, mate. Thank you.
Now, Gav, John Sazzy's calling us. He's emailed me, and he wants us to put
Yeah,
him on,
John, yeah.
He wants to have a foursome.
We can't be on too late because we're.
Great, get him on.
Yes,
Get John on.
Well, put John
I
Saz
can't
on.
get him on.
Let's
I
have a bit of
can't.
fun.
We're running out of data, boys. It's a problem.
Call John
Cracking
Saz,
game.
for heaven's
Cracking
sake.
performance.
We've got data, boys. Got data.
Football.
Harry, you're a Hellas fan. Hey, but don't talk to me like that, Nick, please. Thank you.
Yes. Now, any other results over the weekend, Gav? Now, fill us in, please.
Okay, yeah, well, the round started Thursday night, as you know, 3-1 South. Magnificent result.
Yes.
Even better performance. One of the best performances we've put in years, as in going forward, creating chances, dominating the game. We should have won a 4-5, not by 3-1. It should have been 4 or 5-1.
Oh my God!
How good we played.
Yes, correct.
We were quality, and I've never said that under Esteban, but on Thursday, Brennan, Buddy Webb, Harrison Sawyer up front, Schroen, I thought he was magnificent as well.
There's a problem
he
with
looked sharp. And then even Joe Ingham, when he came on, looked good. You know what I mean? Like
He did, yes.
Max Nicola, he done really well as well on his debut. Scored on his debut. It was just a great all-round team performance.
Yes. So that coach, what's his name? Pablo Escobar. Was Pablo Escobar the drug? What's his name? The drug baron?
Esteban Quintas.
No. Pablo Escobar he's the coach, isn't he? The drug dealer there or something?
No, that's
Yeah, close. He's
Pablo Autobahn or something.
Esteban Quintas, and he's Spanish, not Colombian. So close.
Oh, it's a beauty, that one. But anyway, look, how did you
go? Overall, Harry, it was great. It was a great win.
So now,
Coffee knows. It was a great win. It was a good game. Good crowd.
Can I ask you?
Whoever.
Can I ask you a question about Fitz?
Well, shoot away.
Now we're talking about here the opposition. We are talking about.
Talking about Burgerland. Yeah, eggs on toast.
Tell me what.
Eggs on toast.
Don't go there, please. But let me just say one thing. What did they lack? Do they lack players? Do they lack more?
They looked a bit unfit, to be honest. They just, as the game went on, they just looked
underdone.
The ball,
underdone.
Underdone. Correct. Not just. Once we went 2-0 up, they pretty much went into their shell. It was only with 5 minutes to go, 10 minutes to go. They actually wanted to go forward and put any kind of pressure on us. Like, I just thought they just weren't at their, it's only early in the season, plenty of games to go. I just don't think they're at their peak of fitness, because I just didn't think they could run out the game to the standard they would run it out to for a game of that standard. You know what I mean? Like in that and that level. But, they scored a nice goal at the end. That Kane Shepherd scored a beautiful goal, nicely worked.
Yes.
Great strike from outside the box. They'll be thereabouts, as always. You know what I mean? Under Buddy Katsakis.
Yes.
Now, the other games.
Yes, please.
Dandy City, Melbourne Knights, that was on Friday night.
Yes.
5-0 to the Knights. Away from
Oh, gee, that's big.
5-0.
Big statement for the Knights.
Yes.
5-0.
Holy Virgin.
Yeah. Oakley 2, Green Gully 3.
Ooh.
Gully were 2-0 down with 12 minutes to go.
Gee.
What? And they scored 3 goals?
I'm sure
2-1 down to 3 minutes to go.
I'm sure
12
Chris.
minutes to go.
I'm sure Chris Taylor will crack the whip this week at training. That's for sure.
A bit of money involved there, Harry.
Yeah, well, Gully are a bit similar. I mean, Oakley a bit similar. Chris Taylor side. They always start the season slow and then build.
Yes. Next.
Build the fitness, build the team spirit, build the confidence, and they go on from there. So I was a bit surprised, especially with 2-1 up with 12 minutes to go, and then Gully ended up not just drawing, but winning 3-2. So huge result for Gully. Other game, Avondale 3, Bentley 1. Big win for Avondale. They look like they're going to be, the challengers, the team, the title contenders, the team to beat. I think 3-1 Bentley. It's a huge result.
Yes.
Saturday night, Port 1, St Albans 1.
Gee.
Probably a disappointing result for Port, probably. They probably wanted to win at home.
Yes.
Pick up a point against St Albans. A little bit disappointing.
Yes,
a bit surprised. Good result from St Albans, but the other game Saturday night, Dandenong, Thunder 2, Eastern Lions 1. Great win for Dandenong.
Gee.
Because I think those two will be in the bottom 3, my opinion.
Yes.
When halfway through the season, I think we'll find them two in at least the bottom 4, let alone bottom 3. So good win for Dan to get 3 points on the board so early. And the other game, the last game of the round was on Saturday night too. Altona 0, Hume 0. So great result for Altona.
I know.
Get a 0-0 against Hume, because I think Hume will be up there for sure.
Okay. That's fine with that. I want to talk about for about 2 or 3 minutes, guys, and we've got to finish up tonight. Yes. Now, the Socceroos are playing the Japanese on Thursday night. Gavin, what do you think?
I'll give you my prediction.
Not till March, Harry.
March? Sorry. I forgot about that one.
20-something.
20-something of March, okay.
Yeah,
March 2036.
Let's talk a little bit about it, Gavin. What do you think is going to happen?
Instead of talking about Socceroos, do you want to quickly just go through the fixtures for the round 2, mate?
Absolutely.
Go on then. Yeah, go on with that one. Yep.
All right. Knights versus Avondale Friday night, 7:30.
Okay, 2-0.
Knights 2-0. I reckon that's going to be a cracking game. Both coming off great wins.
Draw.
It's going to be a big game.
Draw. You think it's a draw, is it? Okay.
Well, I'm probably going Avondale because I think they're title contenders and Knights are title pretenders.
Yes.
So we'll just see what happens with that. But I think it's going to be a cracking game.
Fair call.
Next.
Gully, Altona Friday night.
Okay.
Gully.
3-0 to the Gully.
2-0.
Yeah, I think Gully coming off a great win against Oakley.
Yes.
Same.
Thank
at
you.
home too. And then another big game Friday night. This is huge for us.
Yes.
Bentley versus South at Bentley. Massive game for us.
They're always grudge matches over there, aren't they?
Well, I'm going 1-1 there, Harry.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, Probs. I'm thinking we got a draw, mate. 0-0, 1-1. I'd be racked.
Yep.
Then Saturday, Eastern Lions versus Oakley. Another big game.
Oakley
Both
win that.
coming off losses.
Well,
you'd think Oakley, wouldn't you?
Oakley, I'd have that one for sure.
0-4 to Oakley, I'd say.
Yes.
Then Saturday night, Hume versus Port at Hume.
Yes, 2-all draw there.
Hume may go 1-0 there.
No,
Yeah, well, both coming off draws.
Yes.
I'm thinking possibly it's a toss of the coin, but I reckon Hume.
So they're playing it here. Yeah, we might go to that game actually. I won't be here. Sorry about that.
Well, why don't we go to the game?
I won't be there.
Then
Next,
Sunday, Heidelberg versus Dandy Thunder at the Village.
I think you'll find they will win that this one.
Yeah, I think Burgers will bounce back. I think they'll be up for that. They'll be ready to put in a performance from. I just thought they were a bit off the pace, really.
Yes.
For their standards, what they're trying to achieve this year in a derby game, first game of the season, we were good. But I just thought what made us good was they weren't very good. If you understand what I'm trying to say,
Yeah,
they made us look as good as we were.
Well, Gav, now hold on. We went to that game, and the Burgers played like an under-14s team, mate. They cannot possibly. They were bloody used. Sorry, George. It's not frothy here. It's someone else. Well, I'll tell you what's the last thing.
The
George
Warrior
had to find out.
himself is here tonight, guys.
But Heidelberg were very average. They were. Well, can we say shithouse?
Oh no, you can't swear like that.
Well, I just said it. That was shithouse.
Fantastic, beautiful.
They'll be lucky to win 4 games this year, Heidelberg, Gav.
Well, it might be better for the run after round one against Dandy Thunder.
Yes, you never
So you'd be expecting a reaction, mate. You know what I mean? Like from Heidelberg against Dandy Thunder, you would think.
Yes.
Well, you'd expect a reaction, but they haven't got the players. I don't think they're going to get any reaction at all, Gav.
Well, we'll see what happens, see what happens with the Proffies. They're finally back at home, finally back at the Village all season. It's recompleted.
Yes.
No excuses for them, mate. I hope they lose, but there's no excuses, mate.
Now, Gavin, is that the finish of those games?
Oh, and the last game is St Albans, Dandy City, the Croatian derby at St Albans on Sunday at 5 o'clock.
Oh, that's going to be hard to pick that one. I reckon probably
a draw there. I'd say.
I'd say a draw myself. Actually, yes.
Well, I'm going to go St Albans just because they're at home because it's like it's a must win for them. You know, they got 4 points after 2 games. They're going well. They're on track to stay up.
Yep, exactly.
Correct.
Now, Gavin, thank you very much for joining us tonight. We've got to clear up tonight. We've got to do a lot of maintenance tonight on the show. We started late because of the problem we've got.
13 minutes over. Apparently.
13 minutes exactly.
Data.
Gavin, thank you very much for joining us tonight. We'll be back next week with some more results of NPL. Finally, NPL has started, guys. And Mr. NPL, you're back again next week. Are you coming in the studio at all next week?
Yeah. Well, I was going to come in tonight, Harry, but I had a shocking day today.
Yes.
I'll tell you another time when
Now we're going to be doing our show.
Crazy day today, like you wouldn't believe it, mate. Honestly.
Okay, our show next, guys. If you're listening out there, our show will not be on Monday next week. It'll be Wednesday night.
Well, why is that?
I'm going away. I've got a business meeting in Sydney about the show.
Oh well,
business meeting. We have big time, mate.
Yes,
we're sort of like hitting something very different. That's right. We'll see what happens, guys. I've got a meeting with some people.
He's got a business
he'll
meeting.
Be out properties. He'll be on his own, mate.
Well, he's got a business meeting.
It'll be Wednesday night.
And her name is Joanne, apparently.
No, we're looking to speak to Chris Trajanovski.
Now, that sounds like a great Scottish player.
Definitely. Yes, he.
Yes, with a name
from what's it called? The haggis made from Chivapi. Yeah, that'll.
Well, he might be a Macedonian, apparently. You never know.
Here we go again, mate. Well, Gavin, thank you very much. See you next week.
Gavin is a champion.
Talk to you soon.
Thank you, Gavin. Talk to you soon. Catch you, mate.
Wednesday, Harry.
Next Wednesday. That's right. Thank you. Catch you, mate. Bye-bye. Mr. NPL, good evening. Thank you. Guys, remember next week it'll be Wednesday night because I've got to travel to Sydney to see a few people about this show as well.
Business meeting.
So, guys, thank you for joining us on Football Less. Let's party again towards the end.
Well, what are we singing?
Here we go.
Why don't we sing Michael Jackson, Billie Jean or something?
No, thanks.
Come on, it's a great song. I'm starting to get sick and tired of these songs. If you don't play another song next week,
I'm going to Mardi Gras.
I might go and do a show with Gavin or something. We can call it the soccer show or something.
Thanks, guys. Guys, thank you.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Feel it, hey.
I just got another email from Anna, apparently. She said,
I see what you're saying.
Not a bad bloke for a bad bloke.
Feel it.
Oh, she's actually short enough to remember.
Check it out. Thanks, guys, for joining us. Thank you. The cup of life. This is the one. Now is it done? Don't never stop. We should but get him. We shouldn't know.
Where's the gun?
Right from the top. And when you feel good, the world is at your feet.
The world is at
no
your
one can
feet.
hold you back if you really want it.
Well, you really want it. Well,
I see it in your eyes. You want the
really
cup of life. 90 days, here you're gonna get it.
Japanese, apparently.
Do you really want it? Tell me right now, people.
Oh,
hey.
tell them. She bangs.
Here we go. Ali, Ali, Ali.
Let's get loud.
Good night, guys.
Let's
see you next Wednesday night. I'll be back then with Frothy. 8:30 Wednesday night. Thank you, guys. Good night. Thank you, guys.
Hi guys, Harry Sunday here, letting you know that there's a apparel company that supports the game that you love. It's called thereisonlyonefootball.com, guys. They've got all sorts of stuff from caps, t-shirts, water bottles, all sorts of accessories, even for your mobile phone. All that sporting stuff you can wear anywhere you want to wear it, guys. That's right. And don't forget the website it's on, thereisonlyonefootball.com.
There is only one football.
what's happening right here, right now in the studio, because we got this beautiful shirts that we're showing with Frothy right now, guys. Frothy's back with me. Frothy, what's happening with these shirts, mate? Can you tell me what's happening right now?
Shut up, let me talk. Now,
bloody
listen,
hell, mate.
We have these great tops here.
Yes.
Now, it's a bit of a 2-minute show tonight, I believe. So we're back in town, but we'll be officially back in town on Monday with some major announcements and start again. Announcements.
Yes.
Can you spell announcements? Can you?
Announcements.
Can you spell that?
I can't spell
it
all.
Leave it for next time. Now let's go through the tops. Now
That's
these
right.
tops. Well, if you were born 400 years ago, you'd know about these tops. So we've got the great St George here, I believe.
No, Brisbane Lions, mate. Brizzy Lions, mate.
And we got South Melbourne Hellas there.
No, Fitzroy United.
Sorry about that.
Fitzroy United.
This one's Intermonaro, is it?
Intermonaro?
No, that's St George, Budapest.
St George, yes, the Hungarians,
and over to my right, which is your right as well. Are we still on?
Yes, we're still on, of course, we're still on.
Over here, we've got the great Sydney Olympic. And I know the cat has probably ordered a couple of those.
He's got a couple of hundred, mate.
Well, I'll tell you why he's ordered a couple. I had a chat with Peter Raskopoulos during the week.
He hates his guts.
And he said to me, Peter Catholos, a cat, has ordered 2 because his gut's so bloody big, he needs 2 jumpers to make one. So, well, look, that's only a joke. Cat.
Oh, my God, mate.
Well, look, also, Canberra, what's this? Canberra City.
Canberra City. You know who coached them?
Yes.
In 1977?
Frank Arrock.
Johnny Warren.
Johnny Warren.
We're laughing, mate, everywhere.
I told you so, Johnny Warren said. I doubt we'll sell many because how many supporters did they have? That's beside the point. Also, we got Hokoa up there.
That's
great,
right, of course.
Brazilian heritage, are they?
Brazilian, a lot of them escaped to Brazil.
We'll leave it at that. And the great Marconi.
Marconi.
And let's go through them. Great quality.
Of course.
They fit nicely. They are cheap. You know what? They're too bloody cheap.
$75.
$75 is not even $80.
Plus postage and handling.
Plus postage and handling, and our great friend with David Ben and Arrow Sport.
Arrow Sport together. And guys, you can buy them on. There's only one
you keep
football.
Going. I'll play the great South Melbourne tune.
There is only one football. Where you can get it from. There is only one football.com in conjunction with Arrow Sport. You can also buy fantastic kits for your teams as well at Arrow Sport, and they're working together to bring you these fantastic 1977 Phillips League. Of course, you're bloody on, Frothy. And of course, guys, 1977. These shirts are fantastic. You've got the other ones at $150, which are the rigid gigs, $150, and then you've got the sublimated ones at $75, guys. So yes.
Yes. And can I just say, I suppose it's not appropriate to say this. But my team had a win on the weekend.
Yes, they did.
Well, not the weekend, a couple of days ago. So they're flying, and I'll tell you what, it's pretty much it. Now we're going to sing a song just to.
Well, I can't. We can't actually sing a song tonight because we're just doing the show tonight. That's all.
We're just advertising the jumpers.
That's right, guys. But where to get them from? There is only one football. That's the one there. So, guys, thank you, guys. Get these fantastic shirts right now because you will never find them. Good night, guys. Thank you for joining us. See you in a couple of days' time. Thanks, guys. Get on Arrow Sport.
Monday,
Arrow Sport. There's only one football.com.
We'll probably have Paul Wade on
Thank you, guys. See you. Bye-bye. Thank you.
There's going to be someone we're going to have.
That's it. Thanks.